G.I.JOE is there.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are on.
Excellent.
So, bit of a milestone today. We had people waiting for us before we went live. I think that's a first.
What?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, not because we waited like 10 minutes.
Wow, we have rope droppers.
A what?
No way.
Rope droppers. That's what they call them at the theme parks. The people that are there for the doors to open and for the ropes to drop, so they can run to the rides.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was kind of rifling through a lot of the old videos. Actually, late last night, and one of them we have like almost 2,000 views, and I'm like, how did this happen?
Yeah, it's probably like a how do I pick my printer? Like one of those type of things.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they watch 30 seconds and real fast.
Wait, this didn't tell me exactly what I want to know in 30 seconds. I'm out of here.
I mean, that's me. Like if I look for something, I lose my mind if they don't get to the point instantly in a video. So like I'm not mad at them.
Oh, well, yeah. I want to say good morning, everybody. Everybody that want to open up the show with us. That's awesome. Good morning.
Yeah. So today's gonna be part 3 million of the Fang bill. The goal for today is just to try to get the top done. So we already did the propellers, rotors. You know what? I don't honestly know on a VTOL because it's a propeller if you're going this way, but it's a rotor if you're going this way. So I don't know what they're called. I'll have to look into that because we had Ospreys on a couple of the ships I was on, and never sort of occurred to me to
get the official jargon.
Okay. Yeah, I am curious now. So yeah, we can get all this black plastic along the top done today. I'll consider it a win.
Okay.
And then with a little bit of luck, we finish it the following time. Just kind of tie it all together. So we were kind of talking before the show. Little shocked about the announcement of Lenny leaving the Classified Joe team. I'm pretty curious what that's about. But like he did a lot for us. He really he crushed a lot. I was saying to Mike, we had the fortune of sitting down with some Hasbro guys last year and talking to them. And my perspective of how it works is you've got like corporate, the lawyers and the accountants who are just like just make it, keep it cheap. And then the team who has to do everything in their power to make the product as good as they can, and kind of fight to not make it the cheapest possible hunk of shit they can. So I give Lenny a lot of credit for this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gems that have been brought out. Couple misses, but for the most part, just a beautiful toy line.
Yeah. So
I mean,
he'll be missed. I'm curious to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Well,
especially with both Corey and Lenny going to boss fight.
Yeah, and that's announcements right on top of each other. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wonder if we'll see Carter show up there too.
That would be crazy. Nope. Holy moly.
Carter, you talking about Carter the Conqueror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. And I say that because Carter will not move.
Oh, okay.
He's in California and he's not
in Cali 11.
I don't. I'm curious. I'd have to ask, like, if they could pay him enough to move.
Yeah.
He really.
Well, I mean, they, a company like Boss Fight might be like, oh, by the way, people can work this job.
You don't have to move, yeah.
Whereas Hasbro is like, you must be in the office.
Well, Boss Fight's Rhode Island, Corey's in Rhode Island, Lenny's in Rhode Island, so
makes sense.
That's why I say I don't see Carter moving across the country.
So.
But yeah, I mean,
Love.
all the I don't know any sculptors that are in house anywhere at this point. So we'll see.
Well, so I mean, definitely curious to see what they're doing next, but I'm also very curious to see what happens with the line or how that continues to go.
Yeah,
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 and keep in mind, like we won't see an impact of Lenny leaving for a year.
Probably, yeah,
You know,
right.
yeah.
that's the lead time. Like stuff he worked on 2 weeks ago, it'll be a year before we
You
have it
actually
in.
see it. Yeah.
So, um, yeah, no waves for a little while.
Well, that leads me to think about like all the posts that are going to be like, "Oh, the line is dead."
Oh yeah,
You know,
oh yeah.
all the clickbaits and shock posts.
Yep. You
Told you
know
the
it.
line was dead.
The line is dead.
Poor line. Long live the line is dead. Long live the line. Um, yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. I know we don't want to be here all damn day farting around.
All right.
Got to remember to do this. Most of
Is this the hopeful last of this, or
no, there's no way.
there's no way?
We were talking about it before. Like we'll like if we can get this top part knocked out, uh, we'll be in pretty good striking distance of finishing the next time. If it goes quick, we can get the top done and maybe the seat, and then all we have to do is kind of tie it all together, which
Right.
is always takes more time than you think it will because something won't work, and we'll have to troubleshoot. But I think we're looking at probably like a 45-minute tie it all together episode.
Okay.
In the unlikely event we get everything we want done today. So I got to figure out what angle we want.
So for all of you designers out there, people who are, are basically kind of do the same thing, tell us like what when once you're actually done with the design and then you do your first test print, how often do you just nail it right on that first try? Come on, GI Customs. This one's definitely for you. How often do you just nail it like on the first try?
He I know with the stuff he does that's mine, like I think I take most of the trouble out of that. I try, I hope to. So it's his own designs and
On his own
getting
designs,
with anyone
yeah.
else, that's
Yeah.
where he's gonna run into trouble. Not to toot my own horn too much or anything.
I've done it though. I've had a lot of successes right on the first try, and I'm like, either I'm that lucky or that good. It's like
It happens. It happens from time to time, but it's the exception to the rule.
yeah, exactly.
And more often than not, it's a tolerance issue.
Grail 3X says, dude, I'm never done. And I know that feeling too. Like
Yeah.
I'm a lot like that.
Interestingly, the top wing on this, like the bottom wing, it was like really thin. Where the top wing, it's two pieces, so it's actually got structure. It's flat underneath and like a wing on the top. And that's it. We're done.
Nice. Congratulations.
Hey, Mike, post GI Customs comment. I just got to see it roll across the screen for all.
You might not be able to. No, I don't like because of the way that
this is set up.
The software is. If he can't, let me know and I'll come back over and do it. But we're gonna make a happy little wing shape.
Love it.
Happy little wing.
Little wing shape.
I'll tell you, whatever the next thing is, we'll finish this up and we'll do what we did before, where we have like
we'll do another poll,
like a vote.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna make sure we pick something where the reference is good,
really good.
Yeah, because that's really screwed me up so much on this one. It's just the blueprint just being so shitty.
I kind of get the feeling that like a lot of our guys that watch on a regular basis, they're like real serious into the game and are selling and have shops and stuff like that. You guys are cream of the crop. How many super novice watchers do we have right now?
How many people do we have in the chat in general? We've got
There's a few.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a tweet from. Okay. Did anyone else hear that?
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What the hell was that?
That was us trying to find the Red October.
There you go.
Very well. One pig only, please.
One big only.
Yeah. So this wing is pretty just flat. When you look at it across the top, I'm going to give it a bit of a bevel down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a very slight curvature.
And I don't know if I even like how I've got that going on right now. I need to be happy with this before I do the next thing. So let me.
Oh wow. Okay, I get that. GI Customs. He said he still considers himself a novice, but he like jumped 2 feet in. You cannonballed into this, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You know what? What's funny? I consider myself a novice, and I'm like actually out and about on a like a school trip, and I was talking with other educators, and they were like, "You're just such an expert at these things, and you're so interesting." And I'm like, "Dude, I am fumbling along. Like I don't claim expert at any of it."
So I'm kind of I don't know, struggling is the right word, but like I'm having a tough time figuring out like exactly where the because it's definitely curved on top of this wing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out kind of just like where's the top. So I think it's actually more flat, and then just at the edges
It's curved.
it's roundness.
Mm-hmm.
Shot like this. Let's see if this needs anything. I don't know if this will. Yeah.
Just persistent. I agree with this comment all day, Grill 3X. I won't claim expert because I know that there's people who just have just tons of knowledge when it comes to 3D printing and designing and stuff like that. but persistence, just yeah, like you said, redoing stuff until you get it the way you want it. Or and you for me, it's utilizing every bit of software or tricks up my sleeve. So like I won't claim to be a blender expert. I won't claim to be in like any of the different software experts. I use everything until I get the look that I want.
What I've learned is every time I think I'm there, like yeah, I'm an expert at this. Like then Mike like tells me something that I've never thought of before that's in the software, and I go, oh shit.
Right, right. I think that's just like there's so many different ways to get to your final answer, your final product, and
Yep,
then
absolutely.
and then when people start sharing, you go, oh damn, how come how come I didn't know that?
Yeah, like no shit. It you just got to be comfortable with being in a constant state of learning.
Learning, yeah,
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 and trial and error too.
trial and error. And like
exactly.
I've always said, like this is I'm not really sculpting right now. I'm problem solving.
Problem
Yep.
solving. Gun bunny. I don't print, I paint. But it's so that and this is another perspective. Just other creators enjoying watching people create and seeing the process. I like that too. I actually oh my guy. I used to watch all these videos from this guy called the Craftsman,
Hmm.
and he just inspired me so much. Just make stuff, create.
Okay.
He doesn't do the type of stuff that he used to do, but yeah, he's still out there creating, doing and like I said, just doing different things. I guess after a while you get tired of doing the one thing and you move to something else, but it's all creative.
Yeah. What's been interesting for me is I like historically should have moved on from this like 5 years ago. Just I
Yeah,
just jump around. I try new stuff, and for whatever reason, I've managed to stick with this. And
that
uh,
that's awesome.
yeah, it's normally uh, yeah, I'll start to get comfortable doing something, and then something will catch my eye, and I'll get distracted and try something else for a while. Uh, and then I never get really great at whatever it is I'm trying to do. So it's been really nice kind of sticking with this.
That is cool because I mean that kind of takes me back to like I was sort of cycling through the videos. I'm like, holy moly, we've been doing this show for like 4 years.
Isn't that
That's a
wild?
long time. It's a long
Holy
time.
cow.
Yeah. We've got at least like three, four, like solid episodes in there.
Oh, at least, at least.
Ah,
So I'm trying to. There's a weird shape that happens back here. I gotta figure out how to pull this back up. There we go.
uh, okay. Mark, you are somewhat of an artist, like as far as like I know you can pick up like a pencil and just sketch some stuff out.
Yeah.
Um, are you the type of artist that can do it from your head and just like create some stuff, or do you prefer having references? Because
It,
I
it
know you prefer having references with this.
yeah. It depends on my state of atrophy. So like I haven't drawn like try to draw portraits or whatever. I haven't done that in a like in a couple of years. So like if I went to shit, something like that. If I went to draw something right now, it would be rough, and I would absolutely need a reference. But and this is with most things, whether it's like if I'm airbrushing, acrylic painting, if I'm drawing, if I'm doing pastels, whatever. I've gotten to a certain point in my life, and I'm not there now. But I think if I took like 2 weeks and just like drew one or two things a day every day for 2 weeks, I think I could get kind of close
Mm-hmm.
to where I was when I stopped. Um, does that make sense? Like like
Yeah.
right now, yeah, it'd be a mess if I was trying to draw.
All right, now
What's
we got a little something going on audio just now.
yeah, it's not me, right?
Not sure what it is, who it is.
Is
There
it
was
humming?
a humming static type of thing that happened now, and it phased out.
It could be my 3D
no,
printer.
really?
You got the printer fired up, Mike?
What's that?
Oh,
I
it's been
know.
a
It's
while.
scary. Shut the
Right?
front door.
Let me,
I know that chime. Okay. What are you printing over there?
I'm playing. After last week, Shane was talking about that keychain
Ah,
and the way he made the symbol. So I was thinking about that, and I was just while I was sitting here, I threw something on there and played around with it. I'm throwing it on there just to see what
so
happens.
you're testing the waters. Okay.
I'm testing the waters. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, cousin was like, "Who started the vacuum?" It was a
right.
weird little phase that happened.
Yeah, that would have been me. It's the
Really?
bamboo.
Okay.
Yep. It's pretty quiet once it
Yeah,
starts
that
going, but
warm up.
it,
I was worried I had somehow broken the machine before starting it when I remember that because we did a stream of that. And I remember I starting it up and it started making noises, and I looked at you guys and I started one. You were like, "Yeah, it's gonna just you wait. It's gonna do some other stuff too." So this will be interesting. So what I want to do is create some panel lines across the top of the wing. Normally, if I'm doing a panel line, like down here on a flat surface, I could get the software to kind of be nice. I could go over here to create a sketch, choose my surface as where I want to draw it, and then I can just you know kind of just draw the line in.
Mm-hmm.
So that line exists on the same plane as the surface, and then from there I can create a pipe. When I do panel lines, I always do square,
Yeah.
and I always do new body, and and this it's a workflow thing where sometimes I'm doing this on things that are going to go to production. Sometimes it's just 3D printing, but I try and just do it the same way
Each time.
each
Yeah.
time, so I don't make a mistake down the road. It's kind of just developing that muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can actually I should have paid attention to the size of the pipe. I was busy running my mouth. Hold on. So because I used it, the sketch went away, so I have to turn it back on. So grab the pipe. So depending on the size of the thing, will kind of dictate how much of a panel line you can get away with. So right now, this it was just set to default. I don't know if that's the Fusion default or I did something 2 mil. I don't remember, but I know 2 mil
It's probably
too
too
much.
big. Yeah.
Yeah. So about 1 mil is the biggest I'd like to go for panel lines. And remember, we're making this at 118 scale, and we will be multiplying it or scaling it up to 160% for classified. So if I did this at 1 mil, it's going to end up being 1.6 mil,
Mm-hmm.
which is acceptable, but it's a little bigger than I'd prefer. I'm going to go 0.8, and again, new body, and we'll see how it goes. And now a thing to remember is because this is on that plane, it's 0.8 wide, but it's going to be only 0.4 deep. I'm going to bring that up to, and I don't have like a set thing for this. I just try things, and if it looks bad, I change it later.
Yeah.
But I'm going to offset this face just by 0.1/10. So now it is half a mil deep,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll go up from there when we
When you
when we
up.
get this thing up. Yeah. But the other part is you want to bring those in. Now I'm just creating a little bevel so that it, like, hypothetically, if this was a thing that was going to go into a two-part mold, it's got kind of built-in mold release, so it's beveled in from each side like a wedge. It's subtle, but it's there. And then one around these, and it could be more than that.
Yeah.
And then cut it out.
Is the printer making like a humming sound or anything right now over there, Mike?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
my printer.
Is it
Sorry.
like
It's not bad. Like I don't.
Okay.
It's not bugging me, but I mean, you can notice it, but it's not horrible.
Yeah, I'll just keep myself on mute if I'm not talking. But
Is the printer making like a humming sound or anything right now over there, Mike?
oh, now I'm doubling up.
Brutal.
Great. One of these days, I'm going to be a professional about this.
I'm not holding you to that. So that's how I would do a panel line on a nice flat surface, is just put that
Okay.
line there and then draw it. But because I've gone and rounded this already, it's not going to let me pick that round surface for the panel line to draw on.
Mhm.
So I'm going to have to kind of draw them as boxes. So I'm going to create like a sketch of a long, thin box, and it doesn't matter where I put it. I'm going to have to position it after. So I'm just going to do 0.8. That's our width, and I just need to be longer than the thing that I'm putting it on. What's nice is if I was down here doing this and I drew on this surface, it'd be really easy for me to select and then kind of have a snap to parallel thing going on. I won't have that option up here, so I'll have to eyeball things a little bit. So this line is not going to be parallel with this. I'm going to have to turn it a little. No big deal. And it's going to want to snap. I hate this snap function on this, where, like, why can't I just go to one and like a nice smooth rotation?
Yeah.
Once you start getting near 0, 45, 90, like, it does this snap thing.
Oh, that was a snap. Okay.
Yeah, it's annoying. So I'm gonna try -2. I think that's good. That'll do. So right now this wing is its own separate body over here. If I had joined it to anything, it would make this more complicated. But I'm able to just kind of overshoot both sides of it, and I can come in and just split body on that line. I was gonna bring it down to 0.5, but we're gonna draw the rest of the lines, and then we'll just move them all together. Slightly more efficient way to do it. Again, like on some of the blueprints, we would have all these panel lines kind of drawn out for us, which would be great. We don't have that, so we're doing it this way. So again, we'll make our box. These are nice and 90 degrees, so not a problem. 0.8.
All right. Speaking of mini shows, so this is episode 76. So what do we do when we get to episode 100, guys?
Ooh, that's a good
Cake?
question.
I don't know.
Party. Party.
Well, we might still be working on the Fang too.
It's entirely possible. I would say not just possible, plausible at this point.
They said it's plausible.
And I really should be wearing glasses. I can see them. Okay.
Oh, here we go. This is
Serious time.
you know how I know you're old?
Yeah. These are reading glasses for my monitor. So what I want to do is copy this this sketch that I've done,
Mhm.
and copy, not really paste, but sort of. And the trick with copying these in Fusion is you can't finish the sketch. Once you finish that sketch, it's kind of locked in. But before I do, I can do move copy, and on the window that popped up here, I punch the create copy button and slide it on over. And it looks like we've got, oh, I could just measure this shit. What am I doing? There's going to be 4 of these panel lines, and they are 14.5 mil apart. So I can just 14.5, boom. I hit OK here, but I'm still not going to hit finish sketch. And I can grab both of these guys, move copy, create a copy, and it should be just like 19. No, I guess it's not 19. I would have thought it would have been 2 times 14.5.
Right, dude.
Oh,
So
29.
have you ever done like your measuring and then go to draft it out here in your layout, and for what and wind up it still doesn't work?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. That is,
And a lot of times it's because I'm measuring one thing, but I didn't measure the thing before. You know, like I didn't take any measurements on this wing. I went off of the blueprint.
Right.
And now I'm measuring stuff from a physical object that doesn't match the blueprint.
Yeah.
Okay. I just recently measured just the most simplest rectangle freaking door to like a dollhouse type thing that I'm trying to do for somebody. But it has windows. You know, it has like, I think it's 16 windows. And for some reason, I've done all the measurements. I go and I try to pop the windows in, and they don't fit. And I'm like, what is going on? I just kind of, you know what I did? I just threw the computer, the laptop. Okay, I'm not doing
Through
this.
the laptop.
Wow. How
all right,
how
Mr.
far off
Moneyback.
were they?
Huh?
How far off were they?
Like 7-8 millimeters.
7-8 millimeters?
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah, I
like,
mean, in this world, that's a mile. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, why aren't they fitting? And I'm sure I measured something wrong. It has to be, but I'm like, this shouldn't work. Like, because I'm just from the initial measurements of the window, I'm just basically copy pasting, and I know the measurements between them. It still didn't work, and I'm just like, okay, this is why I'm still novice, guys.
Yeah.
Well, here's why I'm still a novice. I should have rounded these edges before I did that cut.
Rounded the edges before doing it. Yeah. Yep. But I thought I'd share. Like, I've been designing for quite a while, but that just the little simplest thing that should have worked flawlessly.
So, how did you measure the parts? Did you use calipers?
Yep.
So, I ran into this the other day. I was making I was building a part, and I was taking measurements.
Is this personal or professional?
What's that?
Sorry. Personal or professional?
Personal. It's actually kind of a cool story. I ended up buying a treadmill for $25.
What?
Yeah. And some of the parts of it were broken.
That is not where I saw this story going.
Yeah. So some of the parts were broken, like the little latches for holding the deck and things like that. So I went out, I measured parts, and I created some parts, and basically fixed it. So like this was a broken part off of the treadmill. So I replicated it, printed it, and it's working again.
Sweet.
So, but during my measurements, I was getting measurements that were way off. And how this might align to you, what I had found out is that while I was in the middle of my measurements, I had accidentally hit the 0 button. So my measurements, I did a measurement, then I stretched it out, but I had zeroed it, and it still looked like a normal number. But then when I sat down with it, I was like, wait, this is completely wrong. So I went back out and then realized, oh, wait a second. When I take it all the way closed, it's now a negative number.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not right. And the other problem you can run into with calipers too is if you accidentally hit between millimeters and inch.
Right.
So we talked about this within one of the last 3 or 4 episodes. I've got like these cheap Harbor Freight calipers.
Here we go, coming for Harbor Freight again.
Yeah. But I mean, this serves its purpose. But like exactly what Mike's saying, like I hit 0, then I do the measurement.
Right.
Yeah.
Like every time.
Right.
Because it just doesn't stay there. And I really want to buy like a nice pair. I just need it.
Well, yeah. So I'm chalking this up because what I'm hearing is that it could be the measuring equipment.
Could be.
Okay.
Yep. If it's that far off, if it's 7 to 8 millimeters.
Yeah. So like by the time I boom, 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 and then at the end it was like
I like that.
about 7 millimeters past where it was supposed to be, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole lot of ain't right.
Yeah, ain't right.
Yeah, when you're measuring in millimeters, like being even just 1 millimeter off is huge.
Yeah. Always blame the equipment first. That's right.
Absolutely. Why take accountability when you can blame the equipment?
And then get even more specific. Harbor Freight, what the hell are you doing?
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like Harbor Freight's the store that sold it, but it's a Pittsburgh. Do they own Pittsburgh? It's possible. I don't know.
I don't know, but that Pittsburgh seems to only be at Harbor Freight, so I assume
Yeah,
that's their house brand.
Something's afoot there.
Harbor Freight. If you absolutely positively will only use this tool once.
Oh man.
There goes Harbor Freight stuff.
There goes all of our sponsoring.
Yeah, that's right. You just screwed us, Mike.
Oh, sorry, man.
Fudge crackers, man.
I had to
talk
drop
about this.
All right. Those panelings are starting to look pretty sweet.
Sorry as I disappear under my desk.
Gross.
Had a spider staring at me.
I know that well.
That's problematic. I don't mind the spiders. It's the snakes, man.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.
Well, and what's crazy is I got all of the above.
Like in your house, like nibbling on your toes.
If you're not first, you're last. I love it.
Years and years ago, I had sugar gliders.
Oh really?
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know, it's like a flying squirrel. It's a marsupial.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun, but they are some of the angriest, meanest creatures on the planet. They are just vicious and brutal, but they're super cute. If you get them when they're absolutely infants, you kind of put them in your pocket, they will kind of adopt you as their tree, which is cool. And so like if you'll see them at the mall sometimes, like people be selling them, like, oh, look at these fun critters that you can have as a pet, and they are just nasty and mean. But we had a, gosh, what would you call, I guess like a game. What the fuck just happened to that?
Oh,
That's fun. Okay.
well,
All right, that's what I get for trying to be clever and. All right. So it's in Fusion. Sketches are not great to work with. It's a lot easier to manipulate a body than it is
like a
sketch.
shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I should have just done this in the first place. Anyway, so the sugar glider, we had this cage, and we got one, and then this is the ex-wife wanted it to not be lonely, so we got a second one, and it wasn't lonely. It got pregnant. We had a bunch of them, but we would leave the door to the crate open because, and that's the other thing is they're fucking nocturnal. So, most of the day they just slept, and then at night they would come out and climb all over the room and fly all over the place. But every once in a while, I could be at my computer, and they would like stalk my toes. I don't have a better description for it than that. They would hunt my toes. They would you'd catch them in the corner of your eye once in a while, and they're doing like this little creepy crawl
They
thing,
creep up.
and they get I don't know, like a foot and a half, 2 feet away, and then they like pounce, and like someone in the other room would hear me scream, "What's wrong? Got my fucking toes, man!" And then once in a while, like they go after her fingers, but fingers up on top of the desk, so they would like get on top of we had a curtain that was like from almost all the way up the ceiling, maybe 2-3 inches down from the ceiling was the top, and it went almost all the way to the floor. And but they would go up this curtain, get on the top, and then like glide across the room onto my hand, like on the mouse, because I'm clicking and moving my fingers around. And yeah, they stalk and come after my fingers.
Jeez.
So in retrospect, the spiders and the snakes have never been nearly as bad as the sugar gliders. I'm going to try and do this as a pattern since I measured out the distance of those panel lines.
Yeah.
I should be able to get away with doing this as a pattern on a path. Oh, that's mirror, not path. God damn it. Pattern on a path. This guy. That line.
No.
What's up?
No.
What?
The comments, man.
What I miss? I'm busy. You're gonna have to read it to me.
Oh, dude, it'll take this from a show that kids could actually watch to like, we're gonna have to ban your SEC rating.
The sugar glider. Oh, Nico, that is disturbing.
No.
Okay, so you're not gonna read it. You're gonna make me.
You have to, dude. If we read it, we're over.
I don't know. There's enough code names and euphemisms in there that I think it'll make it past the censors.
There's literally no censors.
No censors.
There's no children watching this. There's barely adults watching this.
Well, should we read it?
Yeah.
I'll come over. Hold on. Let me delete this. I had put this example down here, and turns out it conflicts with. Actually, it doesn't because I didn't change them. God damn it, Mark. Pay attention. All right. No, I saw this kind of conflict going on here, but the none of these panel lines actually exist. I'm not making them, so
Okay.
everything's full. All right, I am gonna stop sharing so I can read. Whatever the hell it is. You're talking about this one, the
Yeah.
the male third glider.
Nico.
Well, yeah, they make the. Oh man, I said stop sharing. Okay, yeah, we can call it the sugar glider. On your
The
site.
sugar glider.
So they have a couple of weird sounds they make, but there's one, and it's kind of referred to as crabbing, and like I can't duplicate it, but it's like it's loud. It sounds like a much larger animal. It's weird, man. They do a couple of things like that. But yeah, if you don't get them when they're young, they will never like you. And they've got like little Freddy Krueger hands. Like they would just from like walking on you, and they would like run too. They'll like run loops around your body. But yeah, you'd get these little like these little five scratches, like they're teeny tiny, but clearly like a claw did this on your skin.
Yeah.
And they'll just be like up your arm and stuff. They're so sharp, their little claws and their teeth. They're fucking vicious.
Sounds like the worst pet ever.
Right. This doesn't sound like it should be domesticated.
I mean, they're not poisonous. They are cute. And after that, yeah.
They're sitting in the corner going slower. Oh boy.
You made it weird.
Dude, read the comments.
On the bright side, the wing went
relatively smooth. Yeah.
Trouble. So canvas. So there's these weird little notches. I think it's just a design choice. I don't know that they function. But we'll put them in. I may have clicked the wrong. No, looked like maybe it just grabbed the corner, which would have been inappropriate. I got it.
Hey, we are nearing the end of April. May's around the corner.
Yeah, I think I saw a post this week. We're 10 weeks from Joe Fest.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yep. May is kind of a whirlwind month for me. A lot going on. You got kids, like getting close to graduation, senior trips and stuff like that. In June pops up graduation, and then it's Joe Fest.
Yeah, my oldest son is graduating from high school.
Oh, awesome.
So that'll be my second. I mean, my daughter's she's out of college already. So, but it went real fast, man. Real fast. These are weird little details right here that I'm doing. I'm not entirely sure what purpose they serve. The section in the middle on the original toy is where the wire runs through for the engine to rotate.
Yeah.
So I suspect it has something to do with creating that kind of U shape to hold the wire pipe, whatever you want to call it. follow what they've got though. Man, we're gonna be on the engine here in a minute. I'm pretty pleased with how today's going, my dudes.
Sweet. Sometimes it just takes some reminiscing about the sugar gliders and
yeah. Well, it helps that I'm not trying
you're in
to
the zone.
talk through what I'm doing. I'm just doing like
just
that.
doing.
That legit helps for me. I should have used that surface as the surface. Screwed that up. So in this case, this isn't a panel line. This is like I don't know what you'd call it because it's a positive thing, not a negative thing. That makes sense. I'm not moving it away. I'm adding to.
But does it serve a function or is it just design?
It's just decorative.
Okay.
So that's interesting. So I tried to use this face to cut it, and it said no, and then it worked that time. I must have misclicked something.
Jared Custom said you should try an episode that you just record your work and then you talk through it live. So basically, you're like just
Make a,
Yeah.
The problem with that is that doubles the amount of time that I'm involved making it.
Right.
You're making videos, man. Like it's so time consuming. It's so much more work than you think it'll be when you start.
Yep.
So I'm just doing a little cleanup here. I had done a pattern on my path to kind of create those and have nice equal distance things.
You just get rid of the ones you don't need.
Yeah. Now I'll be merging everything, so I don't need to do this. But this falls under kind of best practice for me.
Yep.
You want to kind of eliminate the possibility of the software screwing you later. So before I merge them, I'm going to round kind of all these edges just a little bit. Once I merge them, I'd have to do a bunch of clicking and selecting. I'd rather not. So, and then another trick. So sometimes, let me start that over. Because I know I want to add all these little pipes to the wing, which is one piece. If I grab the wing first, it'll be tougher for me to select the pipes. And let's see if I can duplicate that. So see how it doesn't, it's already selected, so it's not letting me kind of grab that shit.
Yeah.
So instead, I grab all the pipes. Damn it. I missed. There we go. And then the wing. Okay. Engine time.
All right.
So pleased how this is going. So bit of an interesting shape. There's no squares, there's no circles. Everything's a little bit
just curvy.
Yeah, curving, complicated. I guess technically, right where and I mean just like a millimeter back. It's not even kind of in the blueprint. Like just where that nose cone is of that propeller. Just behind that, there's a bit of a circle, and then this cone back here is a circle. But then the rest of it's kind of all over the place. So this will be not a huge challenge, but and then even there's another shape kind of protruding from here. You could like you follow the and this little cutout thing that doesn't exist. But yeah, there's a shape right there that kind of protrudes before the wing, which is then angled up and wing shaped. It's subtle, but it's definitely there.
Yep.
How do I do this? So we know that edge has to be shit. You know what? It's not even that straight. It's not like it's flush. There's like a good 1.5 millimeter gap between the wing and the engine where the rod kind of sticks out. So there, it's not even flush, which is interesting. Yeah. So again, this is one of those kind of problem solving kind of things, and I'm really not confident in how it's drawn there.
Well, it was.
I'm gonna back this up. Oh. Yeah.
You said it's not flush. So design wise, do you see any reason why for that? It was just what it is.
Well, I mean, they designed it to just have a nice kind of natural curve, like just a nice visually appealing edge and shape.
Mm-hmm.
And but the wing is a straight cut. Yeah, and it's round. It's round in every direction where near the wing there. So. So the measurements I've taken is the length of the wing section I'm doing, which was 52 mil. And then from the back of the wing to the back of the engine is 15 mil. So in theory, bring that up to about there. That's where it should be. Right? So I think my wing might be a bit wide here. That definitely looks like it should be a little bit further up. Maybe right. We'll go with that. That looks just fantastic. So we'll go with that. That and we'll shape this with the shape, not the sketch. But I'm going to get rid of a lot of this clutter so I can see what I'm doing. That I got 9.5. That actually looks like it's in the right neighborhood. Is that me clicking away?
No, it's probably me clicking away.
Okay. So there's a it's a single piece, but there's a pretty clear separation, kind of right there. It's more than a panel line. So let me get that in there before I start shaping the aft portion.
Wish I had the toy in front of me.
Why don't?
What you need? I got it in front of
like
me.
I'm trying to see how it differs from these niche
The
blueprints.
blueprint.
Yeah.
All right. So got it up close in the camera, if that helps.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
It's a little tough because it's the main part of this might be symmetric from side to side, but that protrusion on the one side makes it impossible for me to really be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna say just looking at it, I am gonna say that the circular area of the engine
It's
is symmetric.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you add this protrusion sticking out of the side. Yeah, the front profile of it is pretty much an oval.
Yeah. This guy
Behind you had mentioned the circle, and then past that, it's kind of an oval. It's pretty much an ellipse.
But it's also
Looks kind of like an egg.
So look at it from the side, and down here is rounded, but at the top it's not. Like it's round, like where I've got those. It's round this way, but it's flat this way. Where down here it's rounded. You see that?
No, it kind of looks rounded all the way around, except for, like you said, that protrusion on the side.
So I'm gonna try and be clever. Let's see if I can. Let's see if let me. So I'm going to split this in half and then mirror it to itself, just so I got exactly the same on each side.
Yep, I think that's fair. I think it's, you'll add the protrusion off
On it separately.
You can add the protrusion afterwards as a separate piece, but other than that, the regular shape of the motor is symmetric.
So the trick is once you start rounding edges in this and using the fillet, once you start making things round, like the math gets real crazy, and it gets really hard to make any kind of little adjustments or anything. So I have to get pretty close to the shape I want with straight edges and angles before. So that actually. I'm looking at this. So the way I read it, Mike, this is a little bit lower than the top over here, just a pinch, and then down here, this
is a lot lower.
So. let's take a measurement. Pretty, I'll call that pretty centered up. So I'm going to select that face to do a drawing. Because I'm on that face, I've got like that snap to the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just draw that line, and then I'm taking a measurement. There. So now, because I've got all this fancy snapping going on, I should be able to. Nope. That's a douche. So I drew this line here, and because I did it, this face that I drew it on is now part of the sketch. I fucking hate this about Fusion. So, yeah. See how that whole kind of square,
Yeah.
it's got like a blue tint to it, and now it goes away. So what I had hoped was I could select that surface. So the way to fix this is I split it, which I didn't want to have to do. But now the sketch is gone, but I can still kind of snap to that spot. I'm going to do this as a circle just to make it a little easier for me. So this is kind of the target shape we're going for. So I can bring that down to almost right at the edge there. And I think like that. And then we'll do the same thing below. So at this point, I'm going to round it before I do that protrusion piece. Because they're going to have to get merged anyway. So this will be interesting to see how it kind of pans out. Because there's a lot of symmetry not happening. Meaning, when I round it, like obviously from here to here is much more than from here to here. And that sketch is still there. You can go away now. Let me put this back together. So that protrusion makes it tough to know exactly how to round this. It'll affect the top, but not necessarily all of the side. We'll probably end up doing that two distance thing. So I'm round on my sides, I'm round on the top and bottom, so we're gonna see if this works. So cool so far. Actually, that circle wouldn't be bad to have there. Let me see if I can put that sketch back without screwing anything up.
And that's just being used as a guide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get close. I guess that's as close as it wants me to get. What is it? What's making it fail? A lot of times when you hit a point and it goes, you're done, fuck you. Oh, it's this line. So what about that? Oh, okay. Figured that out. So let's split. So you saw where it turned red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's indicating where the problem was. Let's try this again. Where'd my sketch go? All right. Should have no issue this time. Oop. It's actually too far. then what I'll do is, so I did that as constant, and now if I switch to variable, yeah, now I can have control over this side. Although it moved it too far that way. So, making it doesn't need to be on that circle either. It can actually be a pinch. So I'm trying to imagine a line like straight up and down from here, and I don't want to kind of pass that because I need to match from the other side. Although maybe I split this thing in half again. That might be the move. Just mirror it like a second time.
You mean to basically do it in quarters?
Yeah.
Or just half
Just
down
say-
the middle?
Half
right
and
down the middle.
just so I'm not guesstimating where to.
Oh, yeah.
If I had been writing numbers down, that would be the way to do this correctly.
Yeah.
Well, I'd actually argue like mirroring it, so I'm not repeating anything is the way to do it correctly. So let's see. We'll draw a line down the middle. I do have to get rid of my sketch now, and I wish there was an easier way to get to the bottom of the sketches. Oh well.
How do you mean get to the bottom of the sketches?
So like the bottom,
The
like
list?
the most recent sketch is at the bottom of the sketch folder,
Okay.
right? So I open the sketch folder, and now it's like you can spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel.
Yeah.
The other option is very faintly. There's a, see it?
Yeah.
It's real hard to see this thing, but it's still like grab this, scroll all the way down. It's still like a pain in the ass. It's not efficient. And now I don't know where the middle is. Or, we'll go from.
Yeah, you could. Do you have a plane that you could create from side to side?
I
Yeah,
got
basically.
this. I got this front part we haven't fooled with yet.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yep. I just do a remove. Again, you can't, like, you should never be deleting. Deleting will cause failures that make no damn sense. So it's always remove. Removing it just kind of takes it off the table. Deleting it tries to make it like it never existed.
Yep.
Oh, whoops. So when you do that, it screws up the timeline effectively.
The sacred timeline. Got it.
Sacred timeline.
Right?
Got it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing I've ever done. So from there, we got a circle to draw here, and it's going to be weird. Why are we doing that? Here I am going fooling with the sketches again. So let's see if this lets me grab the middle. Okay, we got that line, boom. And I'll measure this little piece of relief here, which has a cutout in it, part of the, where you put the two pieces together. Wow, that's almost perfect. I measured 12.7, so I was real close.
Excellent.
What it looks like. So now we've got this bit of a indent situation.
Yep. Now that area is too low. That rectangle should be smaller than the lower depth of your engine.
Well, it is a little bit. You see it right there?
Mm-hmm.
No, but the bigger rectangle. See,
Sure.
This guy.
this drops down farther. The back part of the engine drops down farther than this front section. I can point it out.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. We should have. I don't know how we absolutely messed that up. So
I don't know if it changed when you did the if when you did the curvature, if that changed the size of the rear part or.
No, I think I brought that piece down.
Actually, I think he did.
I had brought this down, but didn't account for how much lower that
It
was.
would be, yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is part of it. Sometimes you have to undo a whole bunch of work. That's all right. And it's also got like a weird bevel thing going on. Hopefully this works. That's got to be at least down here, I think. But then that's going to change. It's got to be like just a much greater angle. So we'll put that back. This should not work. I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah. So there's a curve here. Oh, it's right there. So I can grab that easy. Woo. We just got lucky.
And pull it, yep.
So I think it's only about like 3.5 mil. It looks rough because there's a big gap. So maybe there's a better way to do this. I'm just going to draw this and see kind of how much. Yeah, so that's about right. So I may then need to. You see that, Mike? Does that kind of make sense?
Let's see.
Because it really kind of that forward part just goes right up into this crevice area.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah. Good catch on that, man. If we had noticed that a bit further down the road, I'd have been.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks about right.
Cool.
And I got those little. So did you lose all the beveling?
Yeah, he went and
Oh
took
yeah,
all that
I had
first.
to.
Oh,
Yeah. All that. Like I was saying before, like once you start putting the curves on there, you're not adjusting shit.
right.
So had to happen. I am, however, gonna make this easier for myself and split these. Which you asked if I wanted to do that before. I just,
Into like quads or something.
yeah, and the quads, and it wasn't necessary, but it ultimately would have saved me time. Because half of this we're going to get rid of. So what I really just need is markers. So when I'm doing these curves, I have a reference point, so I can just move a little quicker. I was doing that shit again. Bastard. Yeah, you got when you have a reference point, it's just it just takes the guessing out of it. and then that protrusion nonsense will kind of hide the fact that this isn't round all the way. It's got that flatness.
Yeah.
I think I can get away with grouping these now.
Yeah, that's just it. Like you wind up, you can spend so much time trying to like really manipulate and get these shapes right.
And there's just nothing. There's these lines on here. And you know what? Those are actually relatively close. So I'm going to use that to start this. Excuse me. It's hard to tell if there's any sandwich. It's a fairly soft detail, this piece. Oh yeah, it's nowhere near where it's supposed to be. Come from that one thing to this.
Yep.
So there's some bevels and stuff going on here. This will be a little bit of trial and error, trying to figure out exactly what order in which to do the process.
Yep.
Because if I go to do a draft here, like it's only going to do that one plane, not this one. See how it did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cancel. If I do this curve, it'll do the whole thing. But then could create an issue for like the follow-on step. Okay. Might be okay. Because I have to go and curve this. I have a like, yeah. Drafting only works if you're grabbing from a flat face. Like once it's a curved face, you can't select it anymore. Clearly, that's not right. That's just too wide. And again, that's because I just elected to try and do what the blueprint said, which was
Right.
false. I gotta get rid of this damn canvas. It's driving me nuts. I'm not using it anyway. So there's a couple ways we can tackle front there. And this whole thing is probably sticking out too far. So this front part, I would love to. I think I got a strip of it here. Bevel that out, and then I should be able to just do like not a press pull, but an offset face and push it back. It's actually not bad right there. But there's like a secondary piece. Let's see if I can do it this way. Do a new body. Then shrink it all down. I'll push this face back and then move the other thing back. And because I did I did that extrude, so it. Oops. Kind of created a wrong angle there. The others were okay. We'll fix that. Nice. Okay, so that actually
sort of sits in the right spot. Good morning, Hella Geek. Yep, we're trying to get just ever so closely or closer finish to putting this Fang 2 together.
I believe we decided it is called the Sugar Glider.
The Sugar Glider.
Yes.
Hella Geek.
Yeah.
You got to kind of go back and watch. You'll understand later.
You'll print it and it'll just kind of sit back in the corner watching you.
Wildly inappropriate, Michael. I do like when. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, but Hella Geek, this is the Fang 2. This is what, session 5 building it?
5,000.
5,000.
I got quiet there. I was just letting you cook. You were getting into it.
Yeah. I like when I have a nice, easy shape like this is just a cone.
Mm-hmm.
God bless an easy cone.
Thank God for just geometric shapes.
Yeah. So this is a trap I think a lot of like newer designers will fall into. They'll try and make like a really sharp point that your machine can't actually do.
Right.
And then depending on material, especially like it with resin, it'll try, and you'll end up with like a jagged, nasty.
Oh, yep.
Point.
In fact, I can show you that right here. I was doing a design for a sword.
Hold on.
Yeah. And I had the design was a really nice point, and then when you print it, it just becomes this weird, jagged little pill.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Maybe you can see that.
Yeah, and then Mike can. That is a cool looking. It looks like the top of a pole arm.
Yeah, it was so a friend of mine asked me to design this real quick. It's from an old comic book character in the 80s called Dreadstar. And the dude looks like Obi-Wan, and apparently he traveled the galaxy with a girl that looks exactly like Scarlet, including the yellow leotard with purple pants. It's a very bizarre looking comic book. Very. I basically think they said, "Hey, how much Star Wars can we do without being Star Wars?"
All right. So, the moral of the story is be kind to your printer and don't try to force it to do something it can't.
Yep. Because it will try.
Yeah, it'll try, and then it'll just be ugly. So give it like a nice
Nice little
point like
curve
that, and
round. Yep.
everything will be fine. All right, so we got the wing little bit to do. We've got the front of this thing. Let's see how much I can hide right there. All right, this will be. I don't know how that's going to print yet. So when you've got like a something like this, depending on the size, sometimes your slicer will want to put supports in there so you don't get like really shitty layer separation. And how you orient it can kind of fix that issue or make it worse. All right, so I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. Like, there's a roundness to the bottom of this front piece that there isn't at the top, and we'll see if we can make this work on kind of the first go round. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. Yeah, we'll do that separate. So up here, I think we can get to the middle and then push just a little past, because it is an oval. It's a little pointy at the top. You know what? I'm gonna separate it from that piece. So yeah, so this is an oval shape. It's a little pointy at the top, but still not. You know, if I were to mirror this right now, there'd be like an edge there that we could then round again, and that's probably how we'll handle this. This is pretty ugly down here. Yeah, it's only going to want to go so much. And on the toy, that kind of works because there's a cutout here again from where the top piece and the bottom piece come together, and there's like a clip and a recess for the clip to go in. I think I might say this is okay. It's definitely it's almost an egg shape.
Mm-hmm.
We'll mirror this and kind of see if we're happy with it. I think we just got to do some cleanup. And this thing's very round and soft too, so I got to do those details. But I think shape-wise, we're about there.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Let's see. It does look pretty close. Let's take a look at the front of it again. The new shape.
Yeah, I'd love it
rounded towards the bottom.
Yeah, and for me, it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah, especially if you want to. It's going to be behind the propeller, so you won't even see it anyway.
You won't see it. It's tough to see on the we're investigating it, so it makes it a little easier. But,
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with it.
Okay. Cool.
And this is a nice, pretty rounded bit.
Ben jumped on. How's it going, Ben?
Oh, hey, Ben.
Got home from church. I do like this part, to kind of round everything, clean it up part. This makes me happy. So I did want to kind of take note on this piece. It's got a consistent roundness on kind of all the edges.
Yeah.
2.7, and then it'll be kind of 0.7 all the way around. We'll see if it'll let me get away with grabbing. So see how it just jumped to variable? It was consistent, or constant, sorry, and then it jumped to variable on me. For the life of me, like why? And it's still there.
Come on, go back to constant.
Too high. Yeah, weird. Just this part. Just a weird bunch of curves. This was actually a fairly complicated piece. This engine block. And we still have there's like a detail, like these three. Maybe they're meant to be heat sinks. Maybe they just the designer thought that it looked cool. But yeah, we'll have to add that nonsense on there. So let me. I'm gonna merge all this together. A little bit more. We'll see if this will work. No shit. I can't believe that just worked. That's fun. Oh, and I think I didn't merge. Yeah, I missed that one. I did the merge earlier. Yeah, I think that worked. That's so on the toy, it's again like this would be pretty rounded.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna just not do that.
Okay.
I'll let it be a little more sharp in there, separating the rear part from this cowl, which I'm now noticing should be much longer. Like the wing comes down to there. I made this gap too much. Let me see if I can. So I don't have a bunch of faces to grab, and I've merged this thing already. To me, the easiest way to kind of shrink this gap between the rear and this front cowl, since this is all straight, I'll just do a separate. Grab that body and slide it back. And then I'm going to make this a bit longer. So on the toy, we're looking at about a 10 mil kind of cowl on the housing piece here. like our 20, like we've been measuring and measuring, and shit's still wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
So it should be. So if you think of the width, the length of your engine,
yep.
the front piece should be about 25% of that, judging from the toy. So like this
Well,
is
this is also kind of fucking angled back here.
yeah.
Like this isn't. I've got it kind of straight up and down. It's actually at an angle.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I don't care. We're moving.
Okay.
We're powering through. So like now you're gonna figure out these weird. These are odd. These fins. That is an interesting shape. I don't. I'm actually at a bit of a loss. Let's. I'm gonna stop sharing and we're gonna go to the big screen so I can talk about this for a second because this is a
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So those three things on the top are what we're talking about right now,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
it's really hard to see. Clearly, it's a real shape. It exists, but like, I'm even trying to think of how to describe it, and I'm not sure.
Shark tooth.
Gills.
I mean, neither of those things are wrong, but neither one's correct. You know,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
it is weird. So, it's got a curve.
Mm-hmm.
It's all curves. And like if I could think of like the parent shape, like I could start there and then like whittle it down.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
And it's very odd. All right, we'll go this way. So shape I know I can make is a oval. So we're gonna start with that.
It's an oval.
So we'll start as a circle and then we'll do some stretching. We'll do some light stretching. No big deal. So there's ways you can draw ellipses and ovals and stuff, and quite frankly, uh, it is just always easier to manipulate the shape than it is the sketch. So I'm gonna do it the way that I believe is easier. So we'll start with the shape. It's so weird. So I'm gonna bring this in. We'll do it kind of what I hope is front and back.
Okay. Go back to your screen.
Oh, am I not? Yeah, thank you. Sorry. All right. Well, so I created a circle. I extruded it. I brought it over here, and then I gave it this bit of an angle.
Mm-hmm.
So let's I'm gonna try and just create the front of this shape. Maybe a couple of different curves. It's tough because I just don't even know how to define what I'm looking at.
Uh,
A bean.
a bean.
A bean. It's a very sharp bean.
Um, couple saucers put together.
Hmm?
The flight of the navigator.
Ooh, Mike, you may have got it there. That might be it. It's the flight of the navigator ship
Mm-hmm.
because it changed. Like the more you look at it, the more it kind of changes shape.
I can hear Pee Wee Herman's voice right now.
I hated that.
Oh, the voice of the ship.
Yeah, the voice of the ship. Like I can handle Pee Wee Herman, but like the ship imitating him for the length of that movie was a
Yeah.
bit much.
Well, it wasn't imitating him. It was him.
It was him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Paul Rubin.
I realized Paul Rubens did it.
It was him trying to not be Pee Wee Herman, and I think that's what's off-putting about it.
Yeah.
So from the side, this has got like a shark fin kind like silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of comes down and curves. It's round and then it's almost like a really subtle S thing going on. I was not anticipating this really bizarre shape that I can't even like put into words. So this is a fun little challenge. And I think I'm okay because what's going to happen is
That
merge it, I'll round it right there, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be perfect, but it's going to be pretty close. So what I kept it a circle instead of squeezing it in and making it an oval out of the gate. So I'm going to attempt something. I didn't make everything with the shape go away.
Where you'll shorten it, make it more of an oval.
I'm gonna try to scale it.
Okay.
But the trick with scaling is you have to give it a point to start from, or when you scale, it'll move it'll pick a point in space and then move all over the place. So we'll try it like this. It's pretty close to where it's at. Maybe it may just straight up fail because it's lots of curves already. So I select those two, modify, scale, and then this is the trick: is you gotta deliberately select the exact point you want. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, shit! One other thing: to modify, scale. I'm so busy like not making the point mistake again. So we're going to take it off of uniform, do non-uniform, and now we can do this. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball these shoes. Okay. Now I think we're there, but it's got to kind of, I guess, just bigger. It's really got to wrap kind of down here a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Is it sticking up enough? I think it's tall enough. So maybe I scaled it too much. Oh, whoa. So in the timeline, I'm going to go to edit feature, and that's where I scaled it. But it's definitely more pointy. So definitely this way, and then let me see what happens if I bring it up just a little. Like at the end of the day, the engine shape isn't. So I think I'm going to scale it again, but scale it in every direction. Point, and then we want it uniform this time. Okay. That's still not bad.
Tilted, yeah.
I'm holding the piece in front of my eye, lining up the screen with it. Yeah, what a weird piece. I'm gonna call it close enough. Should I have not done that? So, don't do that. So since there's still two pieces, I'm going. Oh shit! No, I can't even do that. All right, I gotta figure some shit out. We've got these are two separate pieces right now. What I want to do is when I merge this back piece to the here, I want to kind of round that a bit extra to give it more of a curve in the back than in the front. I don't. If I merge them and try that, it could complicate things. So I'm going to do them as separate, and then merge them after. I'll merge the back pieces, all three, do the rounding thing, then merge the front piece to it, and then make those adjustments. So what we're going to try to do is a pattern on path. That's not down the middle. Okay, so we're going to do a cut down the middle, hopefully. Ooh, can I use that? Yeah. All right. So we're going to split this body with this. Now I've got a line down the middle that I can use to do the pattern on path.
Mm-hmm.
Both pieces. I can grab that and 1, 2, 3. And that goes to about halfway. So I'm a little big. And in fact, these things get. Hey, confirm this, Mike. Do you think these get a little smaller as they go back?
I don't think so. I was looking at that. I think they're the exact same size all the way.
Okay.
But the curvature makes them look like they're getting smaller.
Yeah,
with the micrometer, yeah, they're the same size.
Okay.
Same size visible. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna merge the left and right half back together. I just did that, so I had that line. We will merge that to these back pieces. And each of these. I think I can round that. Yeah. So now we'll merge all of it. I've got all this stuff to round, and we'll see how it looks. Maybe I gotta make some adjustments. Too much.
Oof. Way too much.
Yeah. Kind of locked up on me. There we go. One is too much. But we're close. I think that's it. Yeah. Cool. canvas out, and now we just have this wing, and we got to attach the
propeller.
Yep.
which isn't labeled, so we'll figure that out in a minute.
And what about rotating the engines?
Oh, like the thing that goes through?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got to do it. How are we doing on time?
We are
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock my time.
Yep.
So we're 2 hours in.
So we're
Yep.
2 hours in. Yep.
Sheboygan.
Is that a good term or a bad term?
It was not what I was hoping for, term.
I gotcha. So the opposite of shapoopy. Got it.
Yes. Does that song exist someplace other than Family Guy?
I don't think so. I don't.
No, it does. It's from the music. It's from the Music Man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a old musical.
Mike, going back to his theater days.
Of course.
Just a reservoir of knowledge.
I don't think this little chunk of wing has like any detail on it. It's just it's pretty clean, which is nice. This was the easiest thing in the whole damn thing. This little wing. Thank you, wing. I can do that. All right, so I'm going to turn this ugly ass canvas off. I want to turn everything back on, and we're gonna, well, not everything. I'm just gonna line this up. So I'm finding that's pretty much centered on this cone. So that's what I'm gonna. That's where I'm gonna put it. Yep. And then what's in front? We got just another little kind of circle thing like we have in the back, and then the part it plugs into. So I had not made a decision about how this is gonna.
How that'll pop in.
How it'll pop in. I think I'm gonna do a pin through the front.
Okay.
Rather than some type of mushroom cap or something where it's gonna, where you have to push it over and make it pop into place.
Mm-hmm.
Since because we're 3D printing it, I think that's a good way to ask for trouble.
Yeah, I think the push pin is probably the way to go.
So I grab that surface so I can get to the center. There's a detail like in the back where it's just kind of raised out. So just gonna create that circle, split.
All right. Okay. I'm right at my time, guys.
Okay.
Now I gotta get on my journey.
Okay. I think we're gonna call it here then, since you gotta go and I'm tired and have shit to do and yeah, not quite as much as I had hoped we'd be able to knock out, but it looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
you
really good.
close.
I don't have any concerns. I mean, all that we just mirror to the other side, and then it's seriously just a rod that runs through.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to take much time at all. So I think we're in good shape for today.
Okay.
So cool. So hey, for the folks that came out and stuck around, hey, appreciate it. I hope that's helpful.
Thanks
You
for
know.
watching, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. And so next week we'll have a regular show. I'm trying to get a guest for that, and then the week after that, with a shitload of luck, we'll be wrapping up the the Fang 2. So good times. Yeah, that's still April, I think. So
Right there at the end. Yeah.
you're right at the end there. So thanks again, guys. Yo, Joe. We'll catch you next time.